Hey, what's up, guys? Bueller here again. Here to do the watch list review for April 21st. And today we did SPY, AMD, Work, Tesla, Nvidia, Beyond, BA, Facebook. I let somebody choose Work, and then I think some of these we ended up adding just as we went along. But I set a different kind of list again today. I did aggressive and passives. See how that was working. A lot of people really liked it this morning, and I actually got a bunch of feedback in my DMs on Discord saying they really like that method and that it will help them because it gives them a good target ahead of them if they want to enter kind of early, and if it goes against them, then they know where they need to get out. So it's kind of like an extra little thing you can do within the system that we kind of do. But I'm gonna move this over here. We can go over that. So here on SPY today, let's take all this off. I was just testing some stuff with a friend. So I said above 278. That's literally where it stopped. So we're not even going to go over that. Below 275 was the current pre-market low. So I said to short it if it got under the pre-market low. The best entry would have been on the retest. So on any of these candles right here. Oh, where's my volume? Oh, that's right. So volume didn't really help you on that one. But again, like I say in all these videos, the retest right there, when you see that rejection, you know that that's a lot more stronger of a confirmation instead of it just breaking below and never touching it again. If you were a little scared, you could have waited for a lower low from under this wick of this big candle to make sure that the sellers were in control under the level that we have, and you could have taken it from the top of this candle and easily just scalped it along the way. How long of a trade would that have been? 957. And let's say you sold on the very next candle that kind of overtook. That's still $1.50, and that's a passive play. Any more aggressive than that, you would have made a whole lot more. Next one was AMD. Jesus. So I set a passive or aggressive break below at 56.30, and then a passive break below at 56, 30 cents later. So on either of them, yeah, you would have entered here on this candle on the aggressive entry, and then on the passive entry would have been any of these candles as you finally got below, or you could have just waited, make your lower low, and it would have been way down here. You would have been more confident having that more room under it. But then that was the more one-directional play. But that's why I put both of these plays, because this easily could have just gone here and then caught support and pulled up if the market would have pulled up with it, but the market never pulled back up, so that's why it's always good to watch these. If you're in my chat, you definitely watch all these. ADD, SPY, Futures, and VIX. You watch all of them because it helps you double confirm everything. It's a good one-directional play on AMD. SPY and AMD have been good so far, so we're about 2 out of 2. Here on Work, we said 2950s is a very strong resistance on the daily. We went out to the daily time frame. Above 30 is good for, wow, look where it stopped. Right on our line. And all this is done before the market's open. I'm not just making numbers up. This is the same list from when we wrote it down this morning. The break below is 28.85. So I said don't touch it until it got to here. Which that's not the pre-market low, but it was a more aggressive one that I chose. It even used my line as a support in multiple occasions. And then it finally broke. That would have been your entry there. Or even on the lower low right here after you saw it break again. Clean. That was a clean play. I didn't play Work, but somebody threw it in the live stream. I thought it'd help them out, and that was very clean. It even used my above as the rejection, so that's amazing. You even could have just entered put straight from that. Tesla. The aggressive break above was 739. Passive break above was 742. The aggressive break below was 711.50, and the passive was 700. So here, the rejections didn't work so well. You could have actually entered calls on this and scout for a quick minute, but if you didn't want to play too early, like I say, you do want to avoid playing these time frames, because right here that's too choppy. You don't need to be in that. Play right after. Volatility is all right here, so you're not missing out on a whole lot. You can still get your good, better patient plays. That's why I always say the patient play pays, because it is. That's so true. So if you would have just waited and been patient, you would have played the rejection off of these levels, and you could have even have shorted it before it actually had a bigger drop. See, because that's not an as easy play when it's already overextended from the beginning of the market here. So you want to be looking, you want to think about that. If it rejects these, you have a really big chance of shorting it. Worst case, you're wrong and you cut it at this level. I mean, we had 2 levels there. You even could have adjusted them based on what you had over here on the left. So Tesla was really good. We have NVIDIA, Beyond, BA, and Facebook left. Here in NVIDIA, it used our break above. These are all pre-market levels. The break above was our resistance. You could have shorted it from there or just waited for confirmation under our break below. Since it wasn't like, $4 or $5 away, it was like right there. It even had a doji on our line. That's kind of cool. Then rejected right here. That's a strong signal that that's going down. This wick overtook that candle just by a little bit, but that was enough. But you had your doji, or you had your bull, doji, bear, bear. That was clean. Let's see what volume did right there. Volume picked up. Buyer, then it switched over to the doji, and then volume picked up. I bet if I had ATR right now, I could see that the volatility was still up. Right there. It probably even peaked as it kept going down. So NVIDIA was amazing. Beyond. There were so many Beyond charts in my chat today. Rejection off of our break above. It even kind of caught support on our break below and then range traded in between the zones. But that's why I say be versatile and play both sides of these levels, because you can. You could play calls off this if it holds support. You could play puts on this if it rejects this and catches resistance. Vice versa on here. So if you didn't play Beyond, it's all good. Just based off my 2 levels that I gave everyone. Because all I said was... Yeah. I said break above 90.85. Yeah, because that wouldn't have been enough to even play. So you almost have to just wait for the patient play on Beyond on that one today. Sorry, I was looking through my notes and I was making sure that's what that said. I didn't want to give a lie. 142.50 was the break above. The break below was 136, and I said there was a strong support on the 5-minute below the squeeze. This is the squeeze I have. Below 136, and it kind of used it as support. I definitely would have been... Whoa. I wouldn't have been trying to short it during midday because volatility drops off and there's not a whole lot of juice and fuel and all that momentum, but that was a bad fake out. I mean, that's small money you would have made right there, but that if you would have been in that, you probably would have been faked out and cut losses. That's totally fine. That's why we set our stop losses a little bit above our level. I probably would have had a stop loss about 136.40. Just give me a little bit of room above this level in case a big wick comes up or something. So if I would have had it at 136.40, I would have missed this wick in case it did keep trying to go down right here. But it kind of symmetrical triangled there and picked back off that support on 135.45 area. Totally fine. Can't win them all. So far, most of the list is really good, though. I'd say that was the most choppy one. Beyond's probably second, closest to that one. The rest of them were pretty one-directional. And then here on Facebook, the last one, we had above 177, below 174.65, and then I said 173.25 is a good target to watch for a bigger move down. And what do you know? Here, let's just pull that over. That's really nice. So right here on Facebook, I said below 174.65. And you can go see me make this in the pre-market live stream. Below 174.65. So you see it breaks below that. That would be like a good entry. Aggressive entry. The passive entry would have been my target. 173.25 is a good target to watch for a bigger move down. 173.25. Hits it. Fails it. Comes up. Tries to take back control, rejects. Just like I say in like every single watch list review, I say that is the strongest confirmation right there. And look what it did the rest of the day, or at least for a while. It dropped from the 173.28 range. It dropped about $5 a share, all the way down. That's a one-directional play. You never had a higher high come back. You just had lower high the whole way down. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is, even if you were trying to aggressively exit, you could have done it here when you first had your choppiness, or you could have waited till you had a candle break back above to retake some of these levels, whatever level you were comfortable at. If you didn't want to see it come back up and break this level, oops, come back up and break this level, then you would have exited if you saw it retake this. So you kind of failed it here, here, and then maybe if it came down here, you would have been less greedy and taken your profit. But worst case, you kept it up to here and you just took your profit, and that's still a lot. It's a lot on Facebook. But that just goes to show how accurate these lists are and these levels are every morning. So I definitely promise you, if you come to the pre-market stream, you learn a lot, have a lot of fun. There's a lot more engagement in the comment section now. A lot of people are bouncing around in the live stream chats, so that's really cool. Really glad to be doing these. The live streams are definitely the most fun. It's almost as fun as trading at this point and charting and all that. But make sure to like the video. It helps me a lot. Comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.